Islamic arts encompasses the visual arts produced in the Islamic world. It is not only restricted to the paintings on canvases and frames, rather, it is widely used in mosque, like in carvings, utensils, ceramics, and glass, leather, and other materials too, for the purpose of decoration and beautifying that object. Islamic arts basically divided into three main fundamentals, among which the first one is arabesque. It is a style of decoration with wavy lines, often called vines, attached with some flowers and leaves and fruits, and sometimes some close shapes are also added, called as kapali motifs. It also includes figurative images. The second fundamental is Islamic geometry. Geometric patterns are one of the forms of Islamic ornaments which does not include any figurative images. It's a mathematical based decoration comprises of repeated squares and circles. First geometric documentation is done by Al-Khwarizmi in early 17th century, and it's mainly used in wood carvings in mosques. Third and the most fundamental element in Islamic art is calligraphy. It is used in different languages like Arabic, Persian, Turkish, and Urdu. Over 100 scripts are available, but these are the main six scripts which are used widely. The oldest script used for writing is Nabatean script, in which the letters are carved on stones. Then from this script, Kufic script was developed in 7th century in Kufa, from which it takes its name. It has some rigid and angular letters. Then in the 10th century, another script was developed which has cursive font, and it is the Naskh. It was developed by Ibn Mukhla, who was credited with standardizing the sixpence, and it was the first script used for book writing and for documentation. Then Naskh is modified into a more cursive script, Sulus, which means one third, referring to the proportion of the pen use. It is mainly used as an ornamental script. The other variations of Sulus are Zika, which is known for its short letters, and the other is Muhakkak, in which the letters are long than Sulus. From 14th century, development becomes regionally, like in some North Africa regions, Maghrebi script was developed. In Persia and some South Asian regions, Nastaliq was developed, and the Sini style was originated in China, in which brush is used instead of columns. And during 16th century, Diwani script was developed in Turkey. Now I'll discuss 5 steps to learning Arabic calligraphy which you need to follow. First thing you need to do is to prepare your mind. Fix a daily slot for practice and never give you a reason that I don't have enough time to practice. Don't rush and expect to learn too soon. Have some patience and practice, and don't think that you cannot learn. Second step in learning Arabic calligraphy is to know about the tools and the materials used. First thing among the tools are the writing tools, in which different materials can be used, like double pencils, the felt pens, which are available with 3 different nibs, 1, 2, and 3 mm, the permanent markers, which are available in broad nibs, must be of chisel tip, the fountain pens, which are used for writing small letters, the traditional reed pens made of bamboo, and nowadays available with acrylics too. The nib pens, in which nibs are dipped in the inks again and again to write calligraphy. Next thing is ink pots and the inks. Traditionally, inks were made of soot, dissolved in water and Arabic gum, and placed in small cartridges. Today, ready to use inks are available. Next is Lika. Lika are the silk threads which are used to avoid the excess ink on columns, which can create a mess on your writing paper. There are steps to prepare your ink well. Traditionally, ahar or mukhar papers are used for Arabic calligraphy, but you can use any glossy surface which provides the smooth movement of your column. Next among the tool is makta. Makta is usually made of a ceramic or wood. It is used to cut the chisel tip of your reed pens. There is a holder on which you can place your columns and give it a chisel cut. Another important thing in tools is the writing mat. Traditionally, it is a leather board upon which the papers are placed, and it has soft layers of leather which provides the smooth flow or the movement of your pen. You can use foam boards too instead of leather boards. Chalk dusts are usually sprinkled over the paper to avoid any creasiness on the surface. Pen dynamics is the angle of inclination of the pen for writing. It is different in different scripts. For example, in Riga it is 45, in Sulas it is 68 to 70, while in Diwani it is used at 80 and 90. Progression map is actually important to figure out the key concepts in learning, and this knowledge helps to provide the better understanding. For example, in this course, we first learn the individual letters, then we move to the pair tables, means how they are connected to each and other. Then we'll move to the word and the sentences, and the last step would be the complex compositions like Jali Diwani. Diwani is a cursive style of Arabic calligraphy in which the spaces between the letters are often narrow. This style has a beautiful harmony and has a high artistic value. It was developed in 16th century and mostly used in Ottoman divans. Due to its difficulty in writing and reading, it is mostly used for writing resolutions and royal decrees. In previous times, nobody knows its rules except the masters. The pioneer of this script is Hosam Rumi. Diwani script divides into two main types, Rika Diwani and the Jali Diwani. The Rika Diwani is the style which doesn't have any decorations and its lines are straight except from the lower parts of the letters. It's very similar to the Khat Rika, and it's further divided into Khat Usmani, Misri, and Baghdadi types with slight variations. Other type of Diwani script is Diwani Jali. It includes the intertwining letters, and the letters are straight from top to bottom. It has lots of decorations which makes it difficult to read and write, and the whole writing appears as one piece. You will be provided with some worksheets in PDF during the course, which helps you in learning and practicing in a continuous manner. You can take prints and practice with your columns.